Let's watch this Band 9 IELTS speaking interview with Akshan from Karnataka answer questions about art, being part of a cricket club, and club membership. Important vocabulary is underlined in the subtitles. Check out the definitions in the video description below. Now watch and learn. Welcome to the speaking section of the IELTS exam. My name is Adrian. I will be your examiner for this part of the test, and I'm recording this for clerical purposes. The time right now is 12 o'clock, and we are conducting this exam in Bengaluru. This is candidate number 95887213 and examiner number 5891. The speaking has three parts. I will give you instructions for each. May I see your identification?
Yes, certainly. Here's my passport that I used to register for IELTS. You can have a look at it, please.
What is your full name?
My first name is Akshan and my family name is Singh. You can call me by my first name, please.
Okay, Akshan. For part one, I will ask you a couple of questions to get to know you better, and some questions on a general topic. Where do you live?
I live in Bengaluru, the capital city of Karnataka, in a 3-bedroom quaint house with my parents and siblings.
What do you do at the weekends?
Usually on Saturday, I study as I'm planning to pursue my PhD in computer management in the US. On Sundays, I generally hang out with my friends. Last Sunday, we went to this interesting cricket game between Bengaluru and Mumbai.
Let's talk about art. Do you like to draw or paint?
Not really. I mean, it isn't one of my hobbies. I believe the last time I painted a picture was in middle school for a project. And I did draw my grandparents' house. It wasn't that great.
Did you study art in school and did you like it?
Yes, I did some beginner level classes in my early schooling, maybe between grades 1 to 6 or 7, but not after that. I felt that I'm not that talented in art, so I did not pursue it when I got an option to choose my studies and my hobbies.
Do you have any art in your home, and can you tell me about it?
Yes, we do. We have a couple of pictures of sceneries, a real nice picture of the Himalayas, and most interesting, we have an awesome looking elephant statue in my room.
What is your favorite type of art and why?
Yes, that's tricky to answer because I do consider music and movies as art forms too, and there's a lot of shows and music that I like. If I were to pick one, I would say the movies because it actually gets out the visual as well as the audio talent. I would say my favorite movie is Gangs of Wasseypur. It is an action-packed movie with a real great story.
Have you ever been to an art show?
Oh yes, we had been to this art exhibit at the government museum. It was related to native art and I went there with my friend who was really interested in it.
If you could make any art piece, what would you make?
Interesting question. If given a chance, I would direct my own movie, something like The Gangs of Wasseypur. It would be an action-packed movie with a provocating philosophy at the end, stating that two wrongs do not do a right. It would be fun.
That is the end of part one. We will now continue with part two. To get those bands 7, 8, and 9 scores in IELTS speaking, you have to show outstanding fluency, grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation right from the get-go, as soon as the examiner asks for your identification and your name. You have to respond in professional English using full sentences, just like Akshan. Here is my passport that I had used for registration a couple of weeks ago. Please take a look. My first name is Akshan. My family name is, please call me by. He is confident throughout part one, even though the topic of part one, art, is not his cup of tea. An important tip for your IELTS preparation is to practice talking about topics that are not familiar to you. Make a list and target these topics. If you're not really into music or mathematics, be sure to practice these. In this way, you can avoid surprises and get a great score. Of course, you can join our weekly live classes on YouTube to practice many of these topics regularly. Now, let's continue. For this part, I will show you some questions. You will have 1 minute to look at these questions. Please do not touch the question card. And then you will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak. In the 1 minute preparation time, you can take notes if you wish. You have your pencil and note paper there. I will tell you when to start and when to stop.
Sure.
Talk about a club that you have been a member of in the past. Your 1 minute preparation time begins now. Your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please begin speaking.
So I used to belong to this local cricket club called the Royals for a good few years. This is a sports club for boys who play cricket. Cricket is a team sport where we use a bat, a ball, and the idea is to score the most points. It is arguably by far the most popular game in India, and Karnataka has a very strong team. So me and my friends play cricket. I was a member of the Royals from the age of 6 to 16. So for a decade, I participated in practice sessions and games and tournaments. I also did a bit of coaching. We usually had 2 or 3 practice sessions a week and a game at once every weekend, either a Saturday or a Sunday. The practice sessions used to last for 2 or 3 hours, but the game would go on for almost 6 hours. I loved playing cricket and I still do, but not with the club anymore officially. The reason being, I did not play cricket well enough to go professionally, and it took a lot of my time. So when I had to choose between studies and cricket, I chose studies. Well, having said that, I still do have good connections with former team members and we still share that bond. And we do still play cricket once in a while. If I have time, I may join an adult men's cricket group, maybe sometime in the future, but only if time permits.
That is the end of part 2. Your time is over, and I will stop you there. Now we will continue with part 3. Please put the... In part 2, Akshan continues to deliver a top-level performance. And this is because he knows exactly how to structure talking about an event. In this case, a club which he used to belong to. He knows that when talking about an event, he has to discuss the time, the location of the event, the attendees of the event, the activities, and his experience. He identifies in his 1 minute preparation time that a sports club is a very good response, which he can talk about in a great amount of detail. It's easy to visualize and provide chronology, starting with the time when he joined the club as a child and continuing up until his young adulthood. When speaking about an event, as long as you structure your notes with time, location, attendees, activities, and experience, while paying attention to the questions on the cue card, you will do great. Importantly, remember to have your first sentence ready before the examiner starts your speech. This means on the note paper, you can even write down, I used to be a member of a cricket club since the age of 6. And in this way, when the examiner starts the clock, you can begin confidently and fluently. Now, let's continue. Please put the note paper and the pencil to the side. Just turn over the note paper and put the pencil on top. For part 3, I will ask you some questions related to the topic of part 2 and some questions connected to your response. Let's talk about social activities. What are common kinds of organizations that people participate in?
Well, like the Royals, people take part in a lot of sports clubs like cricket or football or baseball. Millions of people around the world join athletic clubs. Also, people join clubs to socialize and to help people like UNICEF.
To watch this full speaking video and to learn all the strategies for those high band scores, visit and join our premium IELTS package at aehelp.com. Get over 100 hours of video lessons, a fully interactive course, original practice exams, and an app for your phone. Use the code CLUB9 for a 10% discount. Click the link in the video description. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access. We are an official British Council partner, IDP affiliate, test registration center, and I'm a certified British Council agent. Begin learning for success today. Subscribe to our channel. Click over here. Watch another video. Click right up here. And click our IELTS Hero to join our premium package and get access to all of our videos, practice exams, and a fully interactive course.